Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel, YegoBox. So, as you know, this year I want to have 1,000 subscribers so that I can have this milestone. So, for that reason, I'm working so hard in my free time, in weekend, at late night. It is now at 10 p.m. So I'm recording this video to help you out to be a good software engineer and be up running. So in this video I'm going to create a simple Flutter application. So if you follow this YouTube channel, you know that I talk about Flutter. It's because I love it. It's because I know that this is a game changer in software industry. Not because I only love it. I have a product that I create in my free time, which I believe that you will soon be able to see and have to use it. But before we go there, I want to show you a little bit of something cool that you can do with Flutter. So without further ado, let me create that Flutter application. That video. What? Okay. So I'm here. I have my terminal here, which is something I really like now. Windows has improved their experience dealing with terminals. So this is a new terminal from the Windows. You can have tabs and so on. You can see here, it's amazing. So let me go back. So I hope now you have Flutter installed. So I'm not going to talk about how you can install Flutter. It's so simple. You download it and you have it. So I don't have to go back to explaining what is Flutter and how to get it in your computer. So if you want me to cover that part, please communicate to me so that I know that it is part of something you want to see me covering. So I like just to do Flutter doctor, and this is just saying, hey doctor, is my Flutter not sick? And it's going to tell me like, okay, I know what is Flutter is, but is the environment set for everything for Flutter to work? So because Flutter will be dealing with Android, you need to have the Android Studio installed, because you need to have these dependencies from Android Studio to be running. And because you need maybe iOS, you need to have Xcode installed, so that is for the Mac OS and so on. So why I choose Flutter? So there is two reasons actually why I choose Flutter. So number one reason why I choose Flutter is because it gives me the freedom of creating the app I had dreamed about. So this app should be able to run on all platforms. It should be able to run on Android, iOS, web, desktop, and all desktops. So you can say that, okay, I hear you. What about Electron? What about React Native? So well, you can do that with Electron, and some companies such as Spotify and other companies has successfully created application with technologies such as Electron. Not exactly, but Chromium sort of. So why Flutter? Why not React Native? So there's one thing I want to tell the React Native developer. Even though you have the JavaScript to do the job of native environment, there is one caveat. One, it's a JavaScript. So, and what is that means? So JavaScript means that you have a tendency to create more bugs within your code base, because JavaScript is not null safe. So with that and Flutter 2.2, now it is null safety. So what does that means is that it is going to help you to write safe codes that doesn't show the errors everywhere. So anyway, enough of bambering. Let me create just a simple project. So the first thing I want to do is go to my drive. So this is something I like this terminal, so I can just do this and go to the whatever drive I'm going to be navigating to. So I'm going to make a directory here, and this is the command for Linux, and that is the best part of using this terminal is because the Linux command is going to be able to work in Windows, which is really cool. The first time I had to go to the folder and create the folder manually and go back to the terminal and so on. Oh, that was hectic actually. But with this, you can have the make directory command, which is the Linux command, and it's going to work right away. So I'm going to make this directory. I'm going to say, okay, I'll make a directory called coffee. And I'm not sure if that's how you write the coffee, but I'm going to go inside the coffee anyway. So I want to create in this directory. I'm going to create, if I do ls, which is the command to listing the files inside the directory, is going to allow me to be able to list everything. So you can see that I have nothing because I haven't created anything anyway. So now if I create anything, so I'm going to create, and this is the command for Flutter to create any project. Then I'm going to call it awesome because this is actually for demonstration purpose, and there's nothing like coding like so serious. I'm going to create this just to see what we have. So the things I'm going to demonstrate to you is the ability to create your application just like this, and you are up and running. And the things I like with Flutter is that the community is growing so fast, and the company are catching so much, so that the jobs is going to be available on the market, and you'll be having the potential. But the coding Flutter is not as simple as you might think, because you need to have the skills of iOS, you need to have the skills of Windows. If you're coding for Windows, you need to have the skills for Android, and all of those skills. Flutter is just the UI framework on top of the existing environment, because if you're coding for Android specifically, you'll be talking to Android like backend, if I can say that, because like it's just going to use whatever environment that you are targeting to now, which is really something cool I like with Flutter. So the first thing you need to familiarize yourself with is this folder called, this file called pubspec.yaml. This file is going to help us to install any dependencies that we are going to depend on. So, and you can see here we have the folders. We have web, that means that we can support for web. You can write one application that is also going to run on Windows and iOS and Android. So anyway, let me go inside the folder, inside this project, and I'm going to open the terminal. You can see that I have my coffee, which is awesome, and I'm going to, the first thing you need to go is to do Flutter pub-get. So this is something really that you need to do in order to get up and starting. So this is going to download the dependencies and just have it on your machine. So now the other things we need to do is just to run the project. So you go here, you do Flutter and run, and if you don't specify the devices you're going to run your project to, it's going to run the project on a default devices selected, and in this case it's going to run a window application. So as I said, you can use Flutter to develop for Windows, Mac OS, iOS, Android, and web. Yeah, that's right, you can do both. So this is just the cool part of Flutter, because like you don't have to be genius in all programming language. Like before, if you wanted to do something extra, you need to run the Swift for Mac OS, and you need to run for Java or Kotlin for Android, and for Windows you needed to run for C# and so on. So but now with Flutter you have one language that is going to be used for this entire devices you are targeting, which is really, I think is really cool, to be honest. And once the project is loading, so now this is the project I'll be using once I'm trying to explain something to you guys, so that you can follow along what I'm doing. So let me go ahead and show you where you'll be writing your code base. So basically you'll be writing your code inside the main, the lib folder. So then if you don't have main, you have to have it, like it's the default files that is going to load your entire application. So then inside this lib folder you can put whatever folder inside and nest them as much as you can, and that's what we call for our application structure. I think that is really important if you want your application to scale, but that is the advanced stuff that I teach to my class. That if you want to join my class about Flutter, please write to me so that I can have a time for you, so I can be a professional Flutter developer. But anyway, so let's move forward. It's just still loading. The first time when you learn your Flutter, when you load your Flutter application, it's going to take so much time, because what it is doing is that it's loading the entire libraries that is going to be needed for you with your application, and that take time because it's just downloading those dependencies. So once the dependencies are downloaded, the other thing you need to do is just wait, just for the application to load. You can see that is just showing me to choose which device I want my project to run on. So I choose one because I want to run on Windows. So of course going to create this this is going to launch this application. So now we have this folder here called test, which is like if you want to test this application, and this is what we call unit testing, actually, where you write codes that is going to test the data code. So this is really important for like if you're really serious about quality. So like to me, I write unit testing, but I've seen some people really don't like to write unit testing, and this is why some project doesn't launch even ever. So now it's taking much time than before, than what I was expecting. But anyway, so let me show you what we have here. So we have widget test here. So what is a widget test? Actually, it's just testing that what we expect when some user clicks somewhere is something we know for sure. Okay, so our way widget test is different to integration test, but somehow it has some relationship with that. So if we launch our application, we can see that we have our awesome here, and we have the default Flutter application. So if I can click here, you can see that we are able to increment this state. So anyway, so now let me now show you how to debug this. So I have typed to my keyboard Ctrl+K+L, which is the shortcut for myself to be able to run the unit testing for this application. So if I'm talking too much advanced stuff here, please put in a comment to remind me to go slow, or so that I can go slow, because if I don't go slow and I move forward. But this video is just for someone to be hooked. If it's for someone who stuck into different things and want to be up and running with Flutter. It's not just to teach you Flutter. Basically, if you want to learn Flutter, please write it to me, let me know, so that we can talk. But this video is just to demonstrate few stuff that I want to highlight, and maybe you can learn something from it. So the reason why I like unit testing, for example, let me show you something really cool. So this code base here is testing this main application. Remember, here we have this counter that is in that start by 0, and when someone clicks there, it increments from 0 to 1 and so on. And this is why we find the text with 0. We find text on the screen, and this text should contain 0, okay, and should find one widget on the screen. So then find 1, okay. So like if we find something like 1, should be nothing, like we should not see anything like that on screen. That is something we start with. So now once we take this tester and we tap on find by icon, and we find this button of add, and we tap on that, then we pump. It's like changing the state of after clicking here, we need to see the state change. So once we do that, then we expect that the 0 that we start by saying should be nothing, like find nothing. So now after that, then and also now find 1 widget with 1. So but what if we put 1 here and try to unit test again? What happened? So our unit test is going to fail because it doesn't work. It's going to come here and find that instead of finding 1 widget with that, it's not going to find it because it's not true. So this is why it is really important for UI to be able to write unit testing for their applications. Really helpful. So let's go back to this and run our unit testing again, and we are able to, like you can see that our unit test is passing just like this. That's amazing. Oh, thank you for watching my video. And if you like my video, if you want to see more content from me, because I create this video at Sunday night, that's when I record this video, because that's the only time I have, guys. If you want to see more video like this, please subscribe to my channel and let me know what you want. I can create more video for you so that I can learn something from me. But I have to know that you need this video first. If you need this video and if you want to learn something from me, please put down in a comment and let me know what you want to see next time when I create a video. So hope this video really helped you out, and enjoy. Ciao.